child that is born of a virgin.
It is this child mentioned in verse 16.
What is his name? Where is he now?
I'm telling
I'm
you.
carrying a heavy load. You touch this.
Okay, yes, sir.
You see how heavy it is?
Yes, yes. You can put it down. No one's going to steal it. It's only bread. I know times are hard. Okay. The gentleman, may Allah guide us and him. He's an elderly gentleman. He's in his 80s. We told him that he has to accept that there is only one God, Allah, and worship Him alone, and he has to accept the final messenger, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Otherwise, if he dies in a state of disbelief, he will enter the hellfire forever. His response was that Jesus has been foretold in the Old Testament, and he read two common verses, Isaiah 9 and 6, which according to the Jews is talking concerning the king Hezekiah. It was common amongst the Israelites' prophets and also the kings that they will be given the titles of God due to representing God on earth and being agents of God. This is not something new. The problem with this verse, Isaiah 9:6, it mentions that this person will be called the everlasting Father. Christians, they know well that Jesus can never be considered the Father. This is heresy to say that Jesus is the Father. So therefore Isaiah 9:6 is not talking about Jesus. Then he quoted Isaiah 7:14, which if anyone reads, which they say a child shall be given to a virgin whose name will be Emmanuel. And they say this is the author, the unknown author of the Gospel of Matthew says this is referring to Jesus. The problem here is Jesus, according to the whole New Testament, by God, by his mother, by his disciples, by himself, he never used the name Emmanuel. Emmanuel means God with us. So Christians say it's a description of Jesus. But Isaiah is very clear. He will be called Emmanuel. His mother will call him Emmanuel. That's one problem. Second, the English translation of the Old Testament uses the word virgin. The word Alma, it can mean a young woman or it can mean a virgin. So the idea that a prophecy that took place in the time of Isaiah was talking about Jesus is mere fantasy and delusion. The New Testament does this a lot. It takes prophecies or it takes events from the Old Testament and says they're talking about Jesus. When you study them, if you study them in a very simple, straightforward reading, it is not talking about Jesus. When we see the Christians and the Jews themselves, how easy or how light it is for them to misread, misinterpret, manipulate their own book, then we understand the accusation in the Quran that they changed their own books. It's perfectly reasonable. It makes sense. These people in front of us, they play games with their own book. So why would they not change their own book when they had the opportunity? So we ask Allah to guide us to that which He's pleased with and that which He loves.